Hi guys and girls, David Jennings here from metaformula.com. I thought you might want to follow along just while I'm creating an article for Daryl Guppy. I got an email from him the other day and he just wanted some help for some of his clients, how they can take the Guppy Multiple Moving Average and load that into an Explorer and identify stocks that are exhibiting both bullish and bearish conditions as indicated by the Guppy Moving Average or the Guppy Multiple Moving Average. So Daryl sent through some code here for the bullish formula and also the bearish formula. I'll just hop over to Metastock to give you a little bit of an idea of what the multiple moving average actually looks like. So I'm going to zoom in here and I'm looking at a chart CSL, and you can have a look just down in this bottom window is the chart we've got here, and the way it works is it displays both a group of short-term and longer-term moving averages, and you can see here obviously the shorter-term moving averages are the ones that are more closely hugging price, and the longer-term ones are here. And what the moving average, the Guppy Multiple Moving Average, really helps you to understand is sort of the difference between your short-term traders and your longer-term investors and how they're sort of interplaying together. Now, a bullish signal can be considered when you know, at least when we do like a moving average cross or something like that, where you've got a crossover of a short-term moving average to a longer-term moving average, and that's really what we're looking at here. So when the group of shorter-term moving averages crosses above the longer-term group of moving averages, that's considered a bullish signal for the Guppy Multiple Moving Averages indicator. So that's what it is that we're looking to identify. Now, what I've done in some of these inner windows just up the top here is you can see here there's two indicators that I've actually applied. One is green and one is red. Now the green is obviously the bullish, and I'll just head back over to the article I was writing for Daryl, and you can see here I've taken the bullish code here and the bearish code, and I've gone ahead and loaded that into some indicators within the indicator builder. So I'll just open up the indicator builder and I'll show you here. I've got Guppy bullish and bearish. So let's have a look at the bullish, and all I've done is I've just copied and pasted the code in as Daryl sent it over here, and then I've dragged and dropped it onto the chart, both the bullish and the bearish. Now the way Metastock works is when the condition is true or is actually happening, it will mark a 1, and when it is false, it'll mark it as 0. So you can see here the point at which the shorter term moving averages crosses above the longer term moving averages. That's where this particular bullish indicator moves up to 1 and continues to hold true, and you can see the bearish indicator at that same point drops down to 0. So that's the point at which the cross occurs and the point where we're looking to identify. So just in the article that I've written for Daryl here, you can see I actually just talk through what I explained just then to you, and then I went on to talk about, well, how do we actually identify where that cross occurs. Now Metastock has a cross function pre-built into it, and it's quite simple to use. You can see here the cross function, it's simply when one data array crosses above another data array. So using variables, we actually identify or predefine what value 1 is just up here, which is the sum of all of the shorter term moving averages, and then value 2 is the sum of all the longer term moving averages. So what we're looking for here is the point at which the shorter term moving averages cross above the longer term moving averages, and that's what I've identified there. Now Daryl also asked, he wanted the condition to hold true for longer than just the point at where the cross occurred. You see, if I just entered this code over in Metastock, what we'd identify is just the point at which that cross occurred, and only that point. But Daryl said, hey, can we have a look at holding that condition to be true for longer than just those that one instance. Let's make it 3 days. So using another function within Metastock called the bar since function, I then went on to basically tell Metastock to count the number of bars since that cross occurred and make sure that it was less than or equal to 3. So I'm saying, hey Metastock, go off, please count when how many bars have occurred since this condition was last exhibited, and make sure that that is less than or equal to 0. So that's our code that we can use to identify stocks that have now turned bullish using the Guppy Multiple Moving Average indicator. Now, I went ahead then and took that code, and I'll do it in Metastock here. I've just opened it up in here, and I've got my Guppy Multiple Moving Averages exploration. And if you want to find out more how to create a new explorer because you're not quite sure, head over to metaformula.com and check out the Metastock Programming Study Guide. But I'll just hit Edit here, and you can see I've got a name here. I've just jumped over to the Filter tab, because that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to filter out all of the stocks and only find those stocks exhibiting the criteria in this filter here. So I've copied that code from the article. I'll hit OK, and then let's go ahead and hit Explore. Now we'll just drag that into shot so you can see I've already got my lists pre-done. Let's just scan this on the ASX, and we'll just hit OK. Now that's going off and scanning. It'll just take a few moments for us to get all the way through. And now we've just come here, we've got reports now, and you can now see a list of all of those stocks that are exhibiting bullish criteria as defined by the Guppy Multiple Moving Average. So if we perhaps open one of these up, and we'll just move that out of shot. So looking at this chart here, this one has just moved into bullish territory. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Guppy bullish indicator here. We'll just create a new inner window, and then we'll go drag that bullish down, and you can see here, I'll just zoom in a little, and you can see we've only just experienced in the last few days this indicator moving into positive territory and now be considered bullish for that indicator. I'm just going to go back to my document here because I wanted to make just a couple of points. In the document itself, all you have to do is to make a bearish one, swap the values round from value 1 and value 2. You just swap them round underneath the cross function, and then that will search for those stocks that were bearish. It's a fantastic little tool that can aid in your system development. One thing just to keep in mind, these sort of explorers and things like that are by no means a complete system. You do need to combine them with other entry criteria and exit criteria and money management rules and do the appropriate testing. But hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea as to how to use the Guppy Multiple Moving Average.